not the one to talk, and also it's a bad promotion for my country. So,
Yeah.
you know,
You just want to go and watch the
I just
falls.
want to see the falls. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that there is also beautiful culture and like beautiful
Yeah.
history, but no, no. Next question.
No.
No. Yeah.
But so you can speak almost 3 or 4, 5 languages since you've done a lot of travel to English country, to a French speaking country, to
Yeah.
Russian speaking country. How many languages
Um,
can you speak?
okay, so I'm fluent in Russian and English.
Okay.
Russian is my first language. And then I'm intermediate in French because I studied in my school. And also
Okay.
there's Kazakh language that I'm not fluent in. I'm intermediate in it, sadly. And yeah, I also studied some Arabic. So at this point, I can only read Arabic, but I can't really speak it.
Okay.
So yeah, I have like just knowledge of different languages,
No,
but
but
it's not
just
very
let me ask
fluent.
this. Once you're in Europe and the sensitivity around the Ukraine Russian war and you speaking that language, does it
Yeah.
really cause
Yeah, like the thing is, it was very interesting because like I have a classmate from Russia here,
okay.
and we spoke in English for a long time, even if we were just two of us. And and then I realized that it's like I should be the one like really switching into Russian because she wouldn't switch into Russian because like she would think that like I refuse to speak Russian language, but then I do speak Russian, and like now we speak Russian with her too because I realized that she's literally the only person here that I can speak Russian in real life. Like,
Yeah.
and it was something that one of my professors in Georgetown told me about how you know, like Russian is a like it's a language of a colonizer, but also it is my first language. So why should I feel bad about speaking my first language? Like I can also own it and make it my own, and it is my own language basically. So yeah, at this point, like I don't feel like embarrassed or something. Like in the beginning, like when the war just started, like I felt very like icky about speaking it, but then it is the language that I grew up in. My family speaks it, my parents speak it, and it would also feel like betrayal of myself if I didn't speak it. So yeah, like I mean now, like yeah.
Do you necessarily agree to war? That
No, of
any
course not.
country should fight another?
No. I mean, the thing is, I'm always kind of conscious about talking and like about my stances and about my political stances. Like in real life, I'm very like open about them, but then when it comes to social media or internet, it's very easy to misinterpret them.
A lot.
Like whatever I say, you know, it could be like something that's like, for example, I could say that, you know, like I support Palestine, but then you know, there's like so many things that like can come from it. They're good. Like people can ask me like, oh, but like, do you support like fully like Palestine being in Palestine, or like you support like the division of the territories between Israel and Palestine? And these are such huge questions, and I don't want to be the one like
No, but I'm just
talking
wondering,
about it.
should we even support war at all? Because war is more or less like killing people dying. Does it even need support from any side at all? Like, do we even have to support any cause for death of humanity?
I mean, that's not what I expected from this interview. I know it was about my culture in Kazakhstan. Okay, well, I am for peace in the world, and I don't believe in violence, but also at the same time, like war existed for so many years, and that's like the only way that humans can settle their differences. Sadly, like I wish it wasn't the case, but like I don't think it is sad, and it's like, but I don't think it's realistic to think that like it's possible to live in a world without war. Like there's always some conflict, even though like I wish it wasn't there. Yeah.
Which country, as you said now, do you dream visiting? in the
Dream
coming years.
visiting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, let me give you first three. I mean, the top three you want to visit
Okay.
after Europe. I mean, after Italy.
Okay. Visit or live?
First visit.
Okay. Okay, so the thing, so before moving to Europe,
Mhm.
I was really keen on traveling to Europe. So I traveled, like I had my European summers like twice, like 2 years in a row.
Mhm.
And now that I live in Europe, now that I
Yeah.
have an opportunity to like travel all around Europe,
Yeah.
I'm kind of want to go to like Tokyo or like Jordan. So
Yeah.
I think it's just me like really trying to like, go like to different places.
Yeah.
I mean, I ground myself, but I really trying to enjoy like. I mean, I am enjoying like
Yeah.
the opportunities that I have. So I've traveled in the Schengen zone, and I want to like finish the Schengen zone first.
Before you go to, but so I mean, after Europe, the next place you want to go to is Tokyo.
Honestly, yeah, like I never been like so, like
Okay.
in
And
East
the second
Asia.
one?
I wanna go to like Latin America, probably Bolivia.
Bolivia.
Yes.
Hmm.
They have like very beautiful just culture and
Okay.
beautiful like natural places.
Yeah. And the last one?
Last one, okay. Hmm. Let me. That's a. Okay, I'll tell you two.
Okay.
So one is Jordan.
Okay.
I want to see Petra.
Okay.
And the other one would be Tanzania or Kenya. Or Kenya.
Okay. What
Yeah.
have you heard about this?
You never asked me.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
What have you heard about these two countries?
Okay, Tanzania is
Yeah.
where the Victoria Falls are, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so
It's you just want to go and watch the
I just
falls.
want to see the falls. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that they like there is also beautiful culture and like beautiful
Yeah.
history, but I just heard about the falls, and then once I'm there for the falls, like I'm also gonna be like exploring
see.
like around it. And in Kenya, because of the safari.
Safari. You want to go
Yeah.
see the animals.
Yes.
Mammals. Okay. Okay, that's fine. I just hope your dream comes true one day.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
And I mean, you said you want to, you came to study geopolitics because you really want to work across the world. And with the question, I mean, with the answer you just gave, it shows you really want to travel almost across the world.
Mhm.
But where would you really want to live? Like permanently, you want to make that place a home.
Yeah, I'm still figuring it out.
Figure it out.
Yes, I mean I'm
That's
22
great.
only. Of course. The thing is, I really like living in Qatar.
Okay.
And like I felt super safe there. I like just living there, like the living conditions there. For me, like as an international student, they were very great, and I love the weather. I love the just events there. I love the people there and the cultures. The only thing is that I want to do work with migrants and like migration policies. And in Qatar, like it's not really possible to pursue that, like unless you work for the government. And I don't think that I can work for government because I'm not a Qatari national.
Okay.
So if I move back to Qatar, then I would probably work with like visas or immigration or like international students, but not really migrants. So now I'm in Europe because I want to actually work with migrants and like help them with like migrant integration and stuff like that. So for now, like I'm seeing if I like Europe and if I like living here. So far I do, I think.
Okay.
But then we'll see how the jobs will go.
No, but how does it sound that you study something migration, right?
Yes.
And you also migrated.
Yeah.
You may have to deport, and I mean, when the time comes, like, so if you study in Europe and you have to work in Europe, and it gets to the point where someone from your country has to be deported, how would you feel like? Or after studies, you go back home to be.
I mean, I don't want like. I want to work in NGOs or like international organizations that help migrants.
You are not connected.
No, like I don't want to be like I really don't want to work for like one like government, you know, because like I once interned at the embassy and then I realized that like embassies and like governments, they just have to protect their own interests, like
Okay.
the country's interests. And I'm a perfectionist, I'm an optimist, and I want to think that I can actually work and like improve the world in general. So that's why like I want to work for like NGOs or international organizations, because they're a bit more like to a bit more aligned with what I want to do.
Thank you so much for joining us today. But just before you go, anytime we end, we sign out with your last words. What do you have for the world? What do you say to the world? Amongst all the things you said, all the experiences you've had on different continents, what do you share with the world?
Okay, I mean, I'd say probably take risks. Like when I had the opportunity to go to the US when I was 16, it was my last year of high school, and like I was really worried about like my future and like about the exams, because like
Okay.
usually last year of high school is like it's for your exam preparation and like for good university and stuff like that. And like at some point I almost didn't go, but then like I was like, wait a minute, I can't pass on this opportunity. So I
Yeah.
went, and it was like the best decision in my life, because like that really changed the trajectory of my whole life. So I'd say that if you have like any opportunity, apply for it. If you get it, then use it. Like you don't let yourself to stop yourself from achieving more. I'd say.
Okay. Thank you so much once again for joining us, Karina. I hope maybe one day you and Secretary will meet in a conference meeting. Who knows?
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you for inviting me.
I guess I've had some things to